Moving on really, really swiftly, I think we will get into this conversation using a comment I have just seen on the number 0770 729 366. And it has caught me a little bit. Imeni kwata mahali, imeni guza mahali. I'm just like, wow, whoa. Okay, this is what someone said on the number 0770 729 366. Hi, ladies. You are looking fresh and cute. If I was told to choose a Mumamaz, Mumamaz, hey, for me, I would choose Kathomi. Have a good evening, ladies. And I'm just like, first of all, sir or madam, I will not judge you. What about me? What about me tells you I am a WABABAZ? Like, what about me tells
No,
you
maybe
I am a
it's the
WABABAZ?
energy. It's the energy you're giving. You're giving
Hey.
rich auntie, okay? I've got some money
Hey.
somewhere. I've got a
Hey.
kashamba in Kamulu somewhere, okay?
Hey, my
My
God.
car is big. So take it as a compliment. Amesema, if he was to become, yes, a sugar baby.
Hey, a Ben 10.
Hey, if he was to seek for cougars, you would be
Wow.
number one.
Wow,
Yes.
he's okay. He's okay. In fact, I got offended, and then I realized
Why
that
did you get offended?
not offended in like a mad. I just got a little bit, it's just like, wow, am I giving Mumama's energy these days? Am I giving Mama Waharia? Do you know what I mean?
Unataka
Am I
kuvaa
giving?
miniskirt.
Hey, those maroon wigs that they normally wear, and then they swoop them to the side, and then they're walking with their shafis like this.
Change hairstyle.
It must be the hairstyle. But anyway, that brought us to the conversation where we're asking ourselves, what are some signs that the Ben 10s or that boy that you're looking at or that friend of yours that
Someone
is
has
looking
been kept.
suspicious? What makes you sure that they have a Kamumamaz? And we're going to give you a bit of some signs which will lead you to believe
No, before
or
we
to
get into
clarify.
Do not forget that I once dated somebody. I've told you this story.
You have.
I dated somebody and I thought the relationship was flourishing.
You thought he
okay?
was your Mubaba.
I did not know the signs to look out for, okay? This man was always in a suit, okay? He had a nice car. And then come to find out, hatokangi kwa nyumba. And texting tu, good morning, headed to work. Lakini hatoki, haendi your work. In the evening, he goes to restaurants, enters a hotel, drinks kahawa, and then tells me, takes a picture, I'm just taking coffee after a hard day at work. Umetoka kwa nyumba na suti, ukaenda restaurant, ukanunua kahawa, ukanipigia picha. And then the whole time, he was being kept by a mumama. And then me, because when I love you, I would post him, and then the mumama found out.
Oh.
So she was like, she would like one picture, like another picture. Anyway, so what are the signs that I should have looked out for to figure out that this man has been kept?
Let me tell you, Maina, you have asked a very good question. But in as much as, yes, you couldn't tell. I think sometimes we're too in love or we're too clouded by... But then, you think about it, the Delulu will catch us. The Delulu catches us, my friend. And you start to ask yourself questions later on. You're like, how did I not see this? So I think one of those signs that you really should be looking out for is the same. Question, baby. This one we post to all the residents, not all. Majority of the residents of TRM Drive and Roysabu, Royal Suburbs. Nyinyi ambao you are never seen waking up to go to work. You are never seen leaving your apartment except when inafika kitu saa 3 usiku hivi. Ndio you are all made up, dolled up and catching a taxi to go to Lavington area, Kileleshwa area, Kilimani area to go party. You people, you are the ones we are posing this question to you because surely.
See, they are businessmen.
No, like, you see this joke, you see this joke going around though on socials where guys are like, Yani, you live in a building on TRM Drive or in Risambu, yeah?
Yeah.
And within this building,
Yes.
within the building, you're the only person who usually wakes up in the morning to go to work. And on the way out to work, unakutana na wengine wamebeba to heels hivi, wakipanda to stairs.
Na pizza na soda.
Yes, there we go.
Yes.
There we go. Na ile unajua kale ka joint tunaendanga asubuhi, manamba fema. So the question remains, how do you tell if we've seen signs of she has a Mubaba, but what are the signs that they have a Mumama? Did you see even one later on that you just went like, Kai aki by the way ningejua?
They were very well dressed. They were groomed. Yani alikuwa na ngara. Sisemi kungara ni vibaya. It is okay to look good. All I'm saying is, like, the grooming section of his life was very meticulous, okay? Borderline metrosexual man, but still, you know, they dress very nice. They're always in a clean-cut suit, you know, fresh and always. But apart from looking so good, I could never tell what they did. You know, he used to tell me he's an engineer. But, you know, apart from beauty, there was no talent. Hakukuwa na support, yeah, this beauty. So now you're wondering, yeah, you look good, but what do? You know, I'm an engineer. An engineer of what? Don't worry, babe. You know, when I look into your eyes, I just swim because they're like oceans.
Just like that.
Just like that, unasahau. Unasikia, oh, exactly. I will engineer our house. He would tell me things like that. I will engineer our house. And I never stopped to question myself. How does this man plan to engineer our house?
With what finances? You know, and where are they coming from?
Just the statement, I will engineer our house, should have been a red flag that this man is not really an engineer. Okay?
Yeah, but then what does that even mean?
What does that mean? You know, I ask myself these questions later on. So if he tells you he's in such and such a field, ask questions related to that field. I'm an accountant. Okay. Did you do CPA? Did you go to school? Did you do this? Where did you go? Ask those questions, because don't let the beauty fool you, because they're very beautiful men, these men.
And they're very distracting as well, because just like you said, he will turn the conversation really quickly from like one thing. You were actually asking him a question. It's one of those people, one of those situations where it's like, it's a cut. It's focused on you, and then you throw a ball that way, and suddenly the eyes have gone that way. You forgot what its aim was at the beginning. They're always throwing random balls on the side, so you never really, it's like, oh yeah, cute, and then you forget what the conversation was. But another very interesting one with the grooming, or that is tied into the grooming, is that thing where, one, they will either always have pictures in front of a mirror. Like, they have way too many mirror selfies on their phone. And two, their energy on social media sometimes is a bit discerning or a bit confusing, because it's constantly a thirst trap, always in bed, yeah, almost always in bed, almost always in front of a gate, almost always in front of a very expensive car, almost always a thirst trap. Like, you will never see anything on their social media that you just don't go like, haba haba. Trust me. And all day they will be on socials, and you don't know what they do for a living. My friend, there it is. There's your answer.
Guy.
Kazi yao ni kuseduce kule kwa internet.
Nimekumbuka mwingine na postingi picha. Nimekumbuka mwingine postingi picha akifanya hivi macho.
You know, like always.
And
with their jewelry, unajua, like my gold.
9 times out of 10, you'll find that the Mumamas is well known than them. It's usually
they're like a bigger celebrity.
Yeah, like a celebrity or someone who's well known, or a CEO somewhere. You know, the same way somebody saw the potential of Kathomi being the Mumamas. Sitoi he news out of nowhere, okay? Somebody has just said, Mimi, if I was to be a sugar boy, Kathomi would be Mumama's #1, okay? So they're looking for somebody in the limelight who has a kakitu, okay? So umepeana your energy, okay? Niko na gari, niko na nini, niko, I look good, I speak good English. Why would they not come for you? So you find it's either a politician, a CEO somewhere. We had our recent politician with her, you know, alleged tapes. You remember that girl, yeah? Yeah, so, and people are now doing investigation, like, is this not the man who was taking pictures of this girl, you know, while sleeping? Yeah, so,
It's a lot. It's giving a lot of
Look out for
interesting-
celebrities.
Yes. And these another very interesting thing is like Kwanzaa, you remember when I kept telling you about that car, that very famous car, that very, very nice famous car that was constantly at the gym, never with the owner, always with a different man. And I'm just like, no, when I say different, I mean same guy, but you know, it's Turi's car, but she's never the one driving it to the gym. There's always a guy driving it to the gym, right? So you start to ask yourself, Pani Turi,
gari
uko na
inakuanga ya
chauffeur. And then you start to look for them at the gym. You never ever spot them at the gym. And then slowly but surely you start to realize that they use this car almost exclusively for their own transportation. And you're like, I'm sorry, how are you very comfortable driving a woman's car? What is this? Do you know, it's the audacity. It's the audacity of you to start driving a woman's car and making it look like it's your car. You know, it's giving problematic.
And then the Instagram captions, wanaekanga quotes, unaona wale watu motivational quotes. They can motivate you out of your poverty, okay? It's always God is the source of my blessing. You know, the source of my success is because God has blessed me. Quote wanaweza andika. But they wake up at 11 a.m.
They have all the time to
You
Google
call
it.
somebody 8 a.m. Let me call you back. Atakupigia saa 6 akiamuka. Sasa mimi niko na
Surely. A man.
The math is mathing.
A man.
A man, as a
Amelala saa
man,
mbili.
why are you waking up at 11?
And then immediately they wake up at 11, they're just showing you a coffee cup.
11
Westlands.
wakiamka wanafanya hivi. Ile wanafunga macho hivi alafu wanapiga picha hivi.
Unaonanga tu ameshika hivi machains. Anakuonesha hivi ka watch. Like, yeah. Giri.
Usilike picha ufikirie umepata soulmate.
The hair one. The one for... like this, so you can see the muscle bump. It's like... Hey, my friend, we have seen you on the internet.
Anakukatia kwa internet, unasikia vizuri, madam. Can you run?
Mubaba.
Alafu, you know, the thing with them,
Mumama,
if he tells you, hey babe, I'm in a situation, could you send me like small? It's a
Spot me some
small,
change,
exactly.
yeah?
Just spot me like 4K.
I'll
you
send
know,
it to you.
I'll send it to you, and it sounds like small money. You're like, this person,
A millionaire.
anaishi in the
Atarudisha
suburbs.
tenfold.
You know,
Madness.
be careful.
Madness. Another thing other than this very interesting jewelry of theirs, they're always on fashion, by the way. You know, scammers and and Bentens, same was up. Moving on, they always have someone defending them that you're looking at and you're like, sorry, why is this one going on the internet to talk about that one? You know, a very public figure. I'll give an example. Imagine seeing Turi. Okay, not a Mumama. I'm trying to give an example of like, think about this way. Imagine your boss at whatever your business is, right? You finding them on a comment section of Kijana Mudogo, for example, Tumwite Mike. So you finding the CEO of your company on the Instagram comment section of Mike, trying to say the way, no, you guys, you need to calm down, he's a nice boy, or just some sort of defense when they're being trolled on social media. Does that math to you? Is 1 + 1 = 2? Because for me, that one is not making sense. Some prominent, verified accounts, wako huko wanasema, you guys need to leave this person alone. And you're like, what you do here? How do you even know Mike? Unajuaje Michael? Unakumbuka the car we saw? Unajuaje Michael? How?
Wacha tu niwakumbushe samaki fiasco. But I'm not saying anything, okay? I'm not saying anything. But if you remember the samaki story, same WhatsApp group. Anyway, he wasn't the owner. Anyway, another one, as we finish up, is ukimupigia simu usiku, hachukui, anakwambia, I'm sorry babe, I slept early, lakini ulimpigia 8. Unashindwa, kwani wewe ni mtoto wa shule? Kwani uko primary school? Kwani ulilala 8 p.m. But that's because the Mumama's is around. Amepitia kabla aende home, ametoka kazi, amepitia kwake, alafu aende nyumbani.
Or
so now you're calling him and he's busy.
And he does that thing where he's like, have a quick emergency, I have to run. Like, you're together.
He's been summoned.
All is well. you had planned this date, and then suddenly he's like, yo, actually, I need to, this quick business. You're like,
You've been summoned.
sir.
Lakini kimbia kababa ndo uweze kulipa bill. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get this money, okay? So please, okay? I'm also trying to eat the fruits of your labor.
Please.
So wewe enda work hard huko, alafu nitumie kakiru. Niambie, I am so sorry. I felt so bad leaving you. So let me send you this. Let me send you some chocolate. Let me send you, some flowers. So hey, go get your money, boo. Go get your money.
And the final and most important one, the location. We've just told you, mirror selfies and bed, problem. But in addition to that, they're always in these nice fancy places, right? You will see them at the newest hotel. You will see them at the newest resort somewhere in, I don't know, New York or whatever. And you're like, but am I not your friend? Can we go together? And every time you bring it up, kwanza that one for it. Can I see next time you're going, you tell me we can go together or something. They're like, yeah, I got you, I'll tell you. And then never. You will. Next thing you know, you're just seeing it on social media. They have a nice picture of them next to the Eiffel Tower. You're like, but how? Although WAMAMAZ don't toboka like that. Like, WAMAMAZ will not give you the kind of money that will take you to Eiffel Tower.
The boy child stays suffering.
The boy child must suffer. WAMAMAZ will not give you
But
the kind of money.
they should, because you had the advantage of the patriarchy on your side.
And you
don't want to be successful,
not
as
to
in...
use it. That's a problem. But these are some of the signs that we've seen so far. There are so many others, including everything they have is branded. I'm talking, if they're a Samsung person, they'll have the Samsung Buds, they'll have the Samsung phone, they'll have the they'll have they will have everything branded. If they're those other ones, when you're nakulanga ile akale kamatunda kameumwa, they will have earphones, they will have the laptops, they will have the watches, they'll have the
Kathomi, uko na hizo zote.
Nikuuliza
maswali.
Relax. Karibu, you start seeing me with the matunda car.
Okay.
I'm waiting for it to be launched. Anyway, these are some of the things that you probably need to be looking out for. Regardless, just let people be. Let people make money how they make their money. Because if we're going to be out here supporting slay queens to the point where we actually do promote people getting their bag, then in the same beat, we should probably support men getting their bag in whatever way they can.
True.
Is it something that will deter us from falling in love with them? Absolutely. Should they be allowed to do it? Probably. That's the show. My name is Kathobi.
And my name is Turife. Have a lovely weekend. If you need to go to your Mumamas, don't feel ashamed, okay?
Do not be
if you need to go to your Mubabas, get the head, get the bread, then leave, okay? Usikae hapo uanze scandal. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.